Hello and apologies for the delay. Welcome to our My John Lewis virtual beauty event in partnership with Charlotte Tilbury. We are so thrilled you could join us for this incredibly special event this evening, and we look forward to breaking the world record tonight for the most tickets booked for an online makeup masterclass. My name is Laurie Chilberto and I am a buyer for John Lewis on the beauty team, and I'd love to thank you all for joining us this evening at our biggest beauty event of the year. Before we get started, I have a few brief notes that I want to help you get through the best of tonight's masterclass. Firstly, I wanted to let you know you're all muted and your cameras are all switched off, so please don't worry about anyone being able to see or hear you. Just sit back, relax and enjoy at home. Secondly, we'll be sharing a link at the end of this session to all of the products that have been featured today. So if you've seen a product that you like, please do check the chat at the end of the session. You'll also be receiving an email after the session with links to Charlotte's top 10 products from today. We will also be recording this masterclass, and tomorrow you will receive an email with the link to watch it back. This recording will also be used to submit to Guinness World Records to formally confirm our world record. If you're having any technical issues, please check the chat for the troubleshooting guide. And finally, we would love to see how you've all been enjoying your masterclass this evening. So please do share using hashtag JLBeauty on Instagram and Twitter. Now for the bit we've all been waiting for, I'm delighted to introduce our special guests for this evening. We are thrilled to be joined by Charlotte Tilbury, the Queen of Beauty herself, who will be sharing all of her expert tips from the runway and the red carpet, as well as one of the industry's leading beauty experts, Sarah Jossel. Together, Charlotte, Sarah and the Tilbury Pro team will recreate Charlotte's universally flattering nude-toned look with a smoky eye and glowing complexion. Make sure you stay tuned. I'll now be passing over to Charlotte and Sarah.
Darling!
We're here! Charlotte,
I'm so excited. Thank you, Laurie. You've got a full face of makeup on, darling. I am slightly barefaced for you all gorgeous John Lewis beauties. I've got a bit of an eye on, darling, because, you know, I've got to have a Tilbury eye. But bare skin today. I'm going to show you all my tricks. How are you, Sarah?
I'm wonderful, Charlotte. Firstly, hold on. Let's take a moment, because this is not just any masterclass. We've broken a record. This is a world record.
Oh, darlings, a little champagne, little bubbles.
Oh, look at that. Let's cheers to that.
Cheers to all of you John Lewis beauties. Thank you so much for tuning in.
This is so exciting.
Happy because this is so exciting.
It's exactly what we need for December.
World records. Love you all so much.
Right, so Charlotte, we've got lots to get through.
Yes.
Everybody wants to hear everything you've got to share. Love being with no makeup for this many people, but we're going to do it. We're going to do a full face together.
We are indeed. Okay, fine. So should we start, darlings? Okay, so I've got lots of treats for you today, my darlings. One of them is this gorgeous palette. Well, I'm going to go on. I'm going to start my skin because I cannot be talking to you without any maquillage on. But this is one of my, okay, so this whole masterclass today came about because for the gorgeous John Lewis, who we love and adore and have been such great partners to Charlotte Tilbury. And I think we're the #1 brand in every single store. I love all of you so much. So thank you for making me #1 in all the John Lewis's. And because of that, we have created, this is like one of my all-time secrets, my super nudes. And it's called super nudes because it is literally something that I've used on every superstar and every supermodel pretty much backstage. And it has been my kind of backstage go-to palette. And anyway, I've created it for John Lewis, but with my new reimagined, because I've updated all the formulas, and actually I used it last week on Kate Moss. Anyway, we're going to go into this in a minute.
Yes, Charlotte, you're getting way
this
too
on John
excited.
Lewis. Okay, so this is why we're doing this mega masterclass, because you can only get this here, but you can talk about that. Okay, darlings. So now I always say, if you want a beautiful canvas, if you want a beautiful painting, you have to have a beautiful canvas. So really, really, really important. I don't know if you can see me. We've also got Kelechi on the line, who Kelechi is one of my amazing pro artists, who is a total goddess. There she is, my gorgeous, gorgeous Kelechi. And she's the most incredible artist. I mean, she's done loads of Hollywood stars on the red carpet. And my niece, Sophia Tilbury, who is obviously also another gorgeous golden goddess. And Sophia also has done lots of people with me at the Oscars and Cannes. And they're both superstars in their own right. So very lucky to have them on today with Sarah and I. And Sarah, I mean, you can do more of the introduction of that, but darlings, just so we've all got no maquillage on, no makeup, okay? So here we are, bare face. Well, bare face, I've got nothing on my skin, darling. Obviously a little Tilbury eye. I couldn't show you completely. Everyone knows that I always have an eye even when I go to bed.
I was going to say, everybody wants to know, do you ever take that eye off?
Oh, darling, it comes off. So at night, I do double cleanse with my goddess skin cleansing ritual, always, okay? So you've got to cleanse. I mean, really taking care of your skin is super, super important. And I double cleanse, so that just melts all my makeup and just gives you that gorgeous, like you kind of glow and feel fresh like a goddess. I am so obsessed with this. The charcoal and then the citrus oil and the double cleanse is so amazing. But anyway, once that comes off, then I do put a little bedroom eye on. So I always use a little Pillow Talk eyeliner. And darling, that's rather kind of, it's very fetching, and it's got gorgeous Pillow Talk eyeliner. I've got it on. It's the most divine color because it's not quite black, it's not quite brown, and it's got a little earthy red undertone that just makes your eye color pop. So my eyes are sort of bluey, green, gray, and I put a little bit of this on in a feline flick, and I'm going to tell you about. I pop that on just before bed with a little Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes mascara.
Gorgeous.
Obviously heaven. And then I've got a little bedroom eye. And I always put a bit of Wonder Glow on. But let's start.
No, I was going to say, so hold on to Charlotte. I'm just going to say something. Now, everybody wants to hear everything you've got to say, but we don't have 24 hours and there is a lot to go through. So I've created a little rule to get us through. When we're running behind time, then we've got to move on to the next product, okay? That's my only rule tonight, to move us along.
All right, darling, because darling, I love chatting, obviously.
I know, so let's do it. Let's do skincare first.
Okay, right, so skincare, right, serum. It is absolutely crucial that you infuse your skin with a superfood like serum. And the whole thing about skincare is I'm obsessed with skincare. Sophia Tilbury, go for it, darling. And Collection, you've got that. Get that serum on. So, darling, I, like Sophia, we like to load it on. My skin, darlings, I don't know about you, if you're combination, if you're dry, whatever you are, I am like the Gobi Desert. I'm so dry, it is a joke. Okay, so I am really pinch along your jawline, always moving up underneath your cheekbones, and then pitter patter all around your eyes. I always wake up with a puffy eye, which isn't great. And then I'm just gonna push my hair back, and you go underneath and really pinch and underneath and really work that jawline. Really important that gets all of the blood flowing in your skin. And layering is super important. I always kind of like a bit of a wave, bit of patter all around the eyes. And then underneath, I've got a little my fringe on, darling. So I'm not going to show you my kind of, yeah, let's see my big slap head.
Can I just say, I think everybody by the end is going to know who works at Charlotte Tilbury and who's just the one on the outside. I'm going to try keep up with you guys. So everybody watching, I'm not making
the blood flow and circulation. And then underneath the cheekbones, really important, and pinch along the jawline, but really needling and always in an upward motion. Now, super important. And why, darling, do we love, why is it super important to have a superfood like a serum? And this, I swear to you, it is unbelievable what this serum does. You will be obsessed. Okay, so my amazing scientists that I work with and chemists, who are incredible R&D, and I get my, a lot of my creams made in Switzerland, one of the labs that we started Magic Cream with right at the beginning. And they, so what we have inside the serum, which is so magical, is inside the serum, we have supercharged, so we have golden vitamin C. Do you want to talk about, or do you know enough about it? I'll talk about why golden vitamin C is so amazing. I mean, Sarah, you know a lot about this, but most vitamin Cs that are not attached to gold do not actually penetrate your skin. And someone like me just gets irritated. My skin gets really flare up. So why are vitamin C so great? They're really brightening. They're really youth boosting. So they're amazing for the skin. But this one does not irritate skin because it's attached to gold. And by being attached to gold, it really penetrates the skin. 100% of the vitamin C penetrates, which doesn't happen to normal vitamin C. It has to be attached to gold. So love my scientists and chemists for basically coming up with, you know, obviously they kind of came up with that. So not me, but working with them and their genius saying, I want it to penetrate and I want vitamin C and it doesn't work for me. Anyway, then we've got polyglutamic acid in here, which is 4 times more powerful than hyaluronic acid. And those of you that don't know about hyaluronic acid, we're all at the moment, we're so sort of dehydrated. It's water that penetrates right into the dermis. So that is amazing. That gives you that kind of youth boosted, plumped, skin, dewy, glowing skin. So it's also got Replexium, which reduces your lines by up to 27%. Now, we're the only people in the world to have Replexium. We also have it in our Airbrush Flawless Foundation, 2%. And that, okay, my darlings, just reduces your lines by up to 27%. So really, you know, when you're getting sort of any of you, you know, maybe getting fine lines around here or here, it just really, literally, the results are unbelievable. And it also has the other thing that I want to tell you about, not Sepatonic, no, it's the one, it's my crystal complex. It's got niacinamide, it's got 5% niacinamide in it. And so if you've got irritated acne skin, or Sophia, do you want to talk about the niacinamide and how obsessed you are with that? Or
I mean, I love the niacinamide because I suffer from really open pores. And since I've been using that, that's really helped the appearance of my pores. So they've literally shrunk. And they've given me this kind of like poreless effect on the skin. So I love it for that ingredient. I'm obsessed.
So darlings, now I'm putting on Magic Cream. So we've talked about the serum and why we love it so much and the power of Magic Cream. Now, Magic Cream, warm it up between your hands, okay? Magic Cream is Magic Skin. This, now, again, following the same routine, underneath the jawline, always up, upward motions. And then never drag your skin down, ever. And then literally underneath, really kind of this kind of giving yourself a great facial massage and pitter, 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 patter. By the way, it was so funny. When I would always be doing, you know, I used to know as the Tilbury tap. I used to drive everyone, well, I still do, drive everyone mad going, oh, how long are you going to pitter patter on my face for, Charlotte? The Tilbury tap. But it does really get the blood flow glowing and really gives you that Tilbury glow that I became super famous for. So that kind of Magic Cream really, and darling, I'm going to put on a bit of my lip oil because I've got super dry lips because I never drink enough water.
So Charlotte, would you say the secret to your glow is just as much in the skincare as it is the makeup?
Absolutely. It is, you know, probably, yeah. I mean, I would say even a bit more, because without great quality skin, you're not, it's like having a, it's like having, could you get that going, sweetie? It's like sort of not fertilizing the earth or something. Do you know what I mean? It just be dry. And so, you know, if you really feed your skin with like these sort of serum superfoods, an amazing moisturizer. And the reason, I mean, really, Magic Cream is my #1 selling. It is the #1 luxury moisturizer in the UK. So thank you everyone here, because you've probably made it that. And the reason it became, and men love it, by the way, and I'm sure some of you will laugh when you're on here because you will know this, that men love it as much as women, because, and they end up stealing it. The amount of people that come up to me and go, oh my God, my husband and I argue over your Magic Cream, or literally one hides it from the other. It'll become a thing. If it isn't a thing, it will become a thing the minute you have it. Why does everyone love it? Okay, it's got the Magic 8, it's got aloe vera, it's got bionic peptides, so it's really plumping the skin. It gives you that amazing glow of dew and youth and luminosity instantly. And the reason it became really famous backstage with celebrities and supermodels, and the reason everyone loves it, it's one of those creams that you put it on, and I don't know if you can sort of see on me if I've got enough light in here, but it immediately gives you that incredible glow. Yes, Kelechi, go Kelechi.
Kelechi's using the light, Magic Cream light.
Yes. Do you want to talk about Magic Light?
Yes. So, I mean, everyone here, we're all obsessed with Magic Cream, but for me, Magic Cream Light is absolutely the moisturizer. Me and Sophia was having this conversation yesterday. Sophia absolutely loves the Magic Cream Light, Charlotte, but I'm just obsessed with the Magic Cream Light. And it is just because I'm super, super oily. So for me, this is like the perfect moisturizer, because like Charlotte has this amazing analogy that she always says, and what she was trying to say earlier on, it's like you wouldn't, for example, like when you're doing the dishes, you wouldn't just go on with the sponge, would you? You'd have to get water. You'd have to get the skin super hydrated and your sponge super hydrated before you moved on to makeup. And that's what Magic Cream does for your skin. It's that instant 28-second transformative skincare, and your skin absolutely just radiates and glows.
Talk about the Glow Glide.
Yeah, and for me, like what I really, really love about this is
polyphilic Glow Glide.
Alkanes. And what that does, Charlotte's Glow Glide that she's on about, this coconut alkanes allows, and when I go in to put my foundation, you will see how smoothly and how easily it just allows the brush to work on your skin and literally glides, like your foundation glides on. And regardless of what, you know, if you're using the Light Wonder, the Airbrush Flawless Foundation, you will get the most amazing finish. And it's because of those coconut alkanes that just allow the skin to just really, really glide, you know, with that foundation on your skin. But for me, I equally love obsessive Magic Cream, but Magic Cream Light for anyone who's kind of in a humid climate, for anyone who, you know, suffers with oily skin like myself, this is the perfect baby for you. Like, you would absolutely be obsessed with this.
Yes, darling, I know I'm trying to keep to time because there's so many things I want to tell you, and I know you can be like ding ding ding. Right, okay, so eye cream. Okay, eye cream is equally amazing, super important, as you all must realize that around your eyes, the skin around your eyes is completely different to on the rest of your face. Much, much thinner, much, much weaker, and needs a different moisturizer. It's super important. Obviously, that's where we begin to age first, and around our mouths. So eye cream, super, super important. This eye cream is amazing. Loved, 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 again, by lots of celebrities. I think it's Salma Hayek's favorite eye cream. This one, put it between your fingers like that. And then again, and don't go too close to the eye because that can cause puffiness. Hit the bone there, just where the bone is, all the way around the eye, and then go in. Okay, so go all the way up and around and in, all along the bone, the hollow sockets of your skull. That is where you need, and then it will slowly through the night creep up or during the day. And then also, if you have any fine lines around your lips, you can pop it on there. Really gorgeous. Now, my darlings, yes, these two creams, Magic Cream, Magic Light. Your husband will love them. You know, literally banker, kind of, you know, whatever, actor. I mean, people who are just obsessed with them. And why? Because they are, I think there's no cream in the world that gives you the most perfect base. In fact, there is no cream in the world, which is why they've won tons of awards, which is why they're a success from Asia to America to here, and why it's the #1 luxury moisturizer in the UK, because it literally gives you that glow glide plump of dew and youth and luminosity and that instant glow radiance to make you just look healthy and sort of fresh. And the reason we created it with our labs in Switzerland was that who do, like, they're just amazing. They're at the forefront of innovation. Was basically that kind of coming darling. I could sit talking all day about
Hollywood Flawless Filter.
Celebrities would get off the plane dry, exhausted, fashion shows, and then you needed Magic Cream, and it was named by Celebrities Magic Cream, not by me. Anyway, that's
Charlotte, you were terrible at listening to my rules.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I am back on. Sarah Jossel, you are totally in charge. Okay, now my darlings, right.
So you've got the Flawless Filter.
Yes, let's talk about Hollywood Flawless Filter. Now, Hollywood Flawless Filter, my darlings, do you want, Sophia, Kelechi, do you want to do half a face? Sophia, half a face, get right in there to the camera, and let's show everyone, you do not need a social media filter. You need Hollywood Flawless Filter. And Hollywood Flawless Filter really is amazing. We always say at Charlotte Tilbury, not to glow prime is a crime. Now, darlings, the thing about this is not a foundation, okay? This is an amazing, like I said, I literally came up with this looking at Instagram and working with my scientists on how could we make the skin. I'm going to do half a face, darlings, half a face. I'm going to show you how amazing this is. Now, you can use your hands or you can use my Hollywood brush, okay? We just pop that on. And you can do it all. The thing about Hollywood Flawless Filter is you can do it underneath your foundation. You can wear it on your own. Like someone like Kim Kardashian, I know she loves to just wear this on her own at the weekend, or you can wear it, you know, like someone like Giselle Bundchen and all of that. But if you want to wear it underneath the foundation, you can get that kind of gorgeous, flawless filter, or you can wear it on top to get that starlit, that sort of Hollywood starlit glow. So I'm going to put it underneath, okay? And this is like a social media filter bottled. Why? Because it blurs. It gives you an inner lip from within, like as if you just come back from a holiday or a spa, and it makes you glow. And it's not a foundation. So I'm using number 3. Number 3 is great. Kelechi, do you want to talk about what number you're using? But I'm using one slightly darker than my skin because I want to look a little bit more glowy, a little bit healthier, because basically I'm as white and pasty as they come. So I just want to look a little bit healthier, especially in December, darling. So here we go. Now I'm popping that on. It's super. Listen, darling, this is the most I'm showing you. This is, my makeup is so foolproof. Okay. I'm literally just throwing it on. Okay. And it's great. Now, really, you can just, I'm using it all over, but you could just.
So Charlotte, you apply it just like you would a foundation though.
Just like you would
popping it on all over.
Exactly. Now, can you see, darlings, that's me without, and that's me with. Okay.
Wow, that looks incredible.
One, Hollywood flawless filter.
Ooh.
Reality. So, okay, darlings, Kelechi, go, sweetie. Go close to the screen so everyone can see how gorgeous you look.
Wow.
Heaven. I've also popped on a bit of
beautiful before, beautiful after, I have to say.
Yeah. I've also popped on a bit of my magic vanish just to help color correct any darkness that I have underneath.
Oh no, sweetie, do you mind taking that off, my love? Because I do adore the transformation. Like, it's so important. I thought you were going barefaced with, I thought you were in the camp with me, Kelechi. We're going to show everyone what we really, go bare, darling, today.
Charlotte, do you know that I've met quite a few people along the way?
Use the cleanser, sweetie. Cleanse off. Because I think I want to show everyone the genius of it. Do you mind cleansing?
Yeah, of course.
Have a little cleanse, darling. Do the whole thing. Yes. Have a half a face gone. I love when you do that. You kill me. It's so amazing.
So this half is gone. I just have this side.
No, darling. I can still see you've got some on, sweetie. Don't cheat. So
Charlotte, this is magic cream. This is magic cream goodness.
No, Kelechi, darling. Get that little. That I can see a little cheaty Lula there. Now.
Charlotte's like you cheated, guys. That's just
go on, darling. I know it's so divine when you show everyone how magical it is. I want to see all that beautiful artistry at work.
Okay, cool.
Charlotte, have you done both sides of your face now?
Oh, now I've done both sides.
Okay.
Have you done both sides, darling? Have you shown everyone?
I've only done one side.
Okay, great. Can you go close to the camera so we can be both sides?
I feel like I'm glowy on both sides because the magic cream just does the work as well.
I know. But yeah, go in a bit closer, darling. Oh, anyway, you can see on me it's really worked a treat. That's it. And now half with that. Yeah. Okay. So
that's
now
gorgeous.
If you're popping to the gym, whatever you're doing, it just looks absolutely. Kelechi, do you mind doing that? I love it when you do that half a face. If you've got it all off, because today I can't see it. Just doesn't.
Honestly, Charlotte, this is magic cream. You're shocked at your own products. This is magic cream making it glow.
I love it when you do that under eye when you don't know. Do you want to get a cleanser and take off half that other face?
This is just my flawless filter going on at the
moment. Beautiful. But on the other side, darling, have you got a little bit of concealer underneath the eyes?
No, nothing whatsoever.
You didn't put concealer on today?
No, I haven't gone on to AFF yet. No, I'm ready to go on to AFF.
Looking too good, darling. I can't cope.
Wait till I put on the foundation, then you'll see my dark circles.
Oh, you look amazing. Right, okay, darling. So we've got the filter on now. Really, really, really important. Airbrush Flawless Foundation. Okay, this is amazing. This was made because, again, working on so many red carpets and that ghastly HDTV, which literally blows up a kind of, a sort of pore to about that big. And daylight is not our friend, darling. Daylight's that grey, especially not summer daylight, gorgeous. Grey daylight in January, not so gorgeous. Okay, so now, but Airbrush Flawless Foundation is amazing because it has 2% reflective in it, which is as much as a serum. So it's a serum foundation. So it's a skincare color foundation hybrid. Okay, so this is really richly sort of smoothing, niacinamide, smoothing out your pores. Honestly, when I started wearing this with the powder, people literally thought I'd done some, like had some work done on my skin. They're like, where are your pores? It is that amazing. And I'm not going to mention all the kind of celebrities that literally kind of like, when I had it, when it was
mention a few celebrities, go on.
Oh, go on. Okay. But like, you know, well, anyway, yes. Who fell in love with it, was literally grabbing it out of my hands, was Salma and Amar. I mean, like, it just, because it works so beautifully, it just smooths everything out and makes your skin look amazing.
Do you know what, Charlotte? I have quite spotty skin, and when I wear it for TV, people ask if I've got flawless skin. It's such a good foundation.
It really is, kind of gives you, and it also kind of, it's got the niacinamide, so it smooths out the pores and reflects them, so it doesn't sit in your lines, and it lasts all day and all night. So
what's the Charlotte way to apply? Do you do circular motions or sweeps?
I like circular motions, but okay, so I always go from the bottom, out and up, okay, all the way like that, and along the nose. So we're going to do this. Now I'm using number 5 because I go to bed with my my overnight mask, which gives you a little tan, because that cheats me to sort of a way to looking a bit healthier. And then I'm using my Hollywood brush. This is amazing. This with the magic cream gives you the most incredible glide. I mean, Kelechi, go, darling. Tell everyone about the glide.
So as you can see, guys, can you see what those coconut alkanes and the magic cream light? I'm barely touching my skin, and you can see my brush literally just glides with me, and this just allows you to achieve that really poreless. And I mean, Charlotte was kind of bigging me up, but guys, look at that transformation. This is my side with my flawless. As you can see, it's color correcting, really brightening, instantly lifted. And here I am, my beautiful before, my beautiful after, and just like the perfect color, like all of my blemishes, everything. What I love about this foundation, it's a demi matte foundation, guys, but it's not that really dry, heavy, cakey foundation. You're able to use it. Sophia Tilbury, she uses literally just one drop, and she loves it because she's still able to achieve that gorgeous.
Well, exactly, because you can thin it out. So you could put a tiny drop, my darlings. You can put a drop like that, okay? Wincy, 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 okay? And you just get the brush, and you could just do with a lots of lovely magic moisturizer, which will give you, it's almost like magic moisturizer. I tell you what's so amazing. Not only does it feed the face and plump the face full of collagen and smooths it out, but why does it smooth it out? Because basically it acts almost like a filler. When we talk about the Glow Glide, it's like a filler, filling in all the lines and the pores and smoothing everything out, which is why then you put the Hollywood the Hollywood Flawless filter and the Airbrush Flawless filter airbrush foundation, and it just smooths everything out. So darling, we're putting this on. This will literally make you look flawless and poreless. And guys, Airbrush Flawless foundation makes you look flawless and poreless.
And it comes in 44 shades, guys. So absolutely everybody, absolutely everyone can find a shade in this. As you can see, Charlotte, myself, Sarah, Sophia.
And we've got lots. We've got warm, neutrals. We tested on 800 women from all ages and all races, literally to kind of look at every undertone, because some people on their faces literally can have up to 6 different shades within their skin in their face, from their neck to their faces to their under eye. There can be different pigments. So we were very looking at undertones, overtones, and putting people into warm, neutral. You know, it literally, it's very, very important. So we really did this incredible study of women and skin tones to make sure we got the perfect match. So that flawless match. So really, darlings, you should get your flawless match.
Charlotte, one of the most common questions I get asked is how to find the right foundation shade. Where do you match it to on your face when you're trying to find the right shade?
Well, I mean, I can talk to you about it. So I always think, because different people have different, I mean, it's funny. Some people, it's really, when you do a proper study of skin, some people can have whiter faces. Obviously, if they put sunscreen on, depending on what they do, than their necks. Some people can have darker faces than their necks, right? Some people have pigmentation in different places. Round here, they suffer pigmentation around their mouths, underneath their eyes. If they've had an acne spot, scarring, depends. You can have blue underneath the eyes, gray underneath the eyes, green underneath the eyes. I mean, it's a whole study of what you can have. But what we really do at Charlotte Tilbury is we make it super easy, makeup made easy, easy to choose and easy to use. So really, we want, well, you know, I mean, Kelechi, you can talk, I can talk about why, you know, the kind of neutrals and overtones and the undertones, but if you want to talk just while I kind of get on.
Yeah, so I think what's like so amazing about the undertones and how it's really easy. This is one of the most fabulous ways that Charlotte's always taught all of us in the team for how easiest ways for you guys to figure out your undertone. As you can see, I'm against a white background. So this is one of my favorite tips. The color that instantly kind of jumps out to you. So if you can see the yellow in the skin, if you can see the red in the skin, that kind of lets you know your undertone straight away. So as you can see, looking at me on a white start background, you can see the yellow in my skin. I wear a 12.5 warm. So that's always the easy way for you to kind of identify it. And that's something that Charlotte makes really, really easy for you to figure out if you're a warm, if you're a neutral, or if you're a cool undertone. But what's so amazing about the Airbrush Flawless Foundation as well, they're like these chameleon foundations that I can jump from so many different shades, but still look super flawless and super flawless, poreless. And that's what I absolutely love about them. Sophia, what shade are you wearing? Because I know you.
I'm wearing 5 neutral at the moment, but what I love to do with this foundation is just use a little bit because I'm quite a natural girl. But what I love about this foundation is that it really stretches. So you can wear it as just kind of like a light wash, and then you can build it up if you suffer from acne, if you want to cover up a bit more blemishes. But yeah, I'm just wearing kind of a light layer, and I'm wearing 5 neutral, but I also wear 7 neutral in the summer. But the reason why I wear neutral is because I suffer from a lot of redness. So it really neutralizes the red in my skin. Yeah. So if you suffer from redness, go for a neutral shade. That's what I would advise.
Now, darling, is that
concealer time?
Concealer time, right, okay. Now I have, okay, so a few shadows on the face, around here and underneath the eyes. And I have just put on Magic Vanish. Now, Magic Vanish is amazing. It comes in 4 different colors. And what it does is it cancels any grayness, any kind of pigmentation, any kind of sort of, you know, green, blue, brown, gray, you know, exactly. You're going to use the kind of reddy color, Kelechi. I'm using the peachy color. And so this is number 1. And Magic Vanish is amazing. It literally is like Magic Vanish. It's like a little kind of, you know, sort of wand, a magic wand. And you pop it on and underneath your eyes. And what that does is it really bounces, it cancels all the grayness or any kind of shadows. And it just bounces out your under eyes. And
so Charlotte, is this the product for tired eyes? When you wake up and you look exhausted, this is what it's going to cure tired eyes.
That's it. Literally, okay, pop this on and it's literally like someone says, Magic Vanish. And so if you could see, I mean, I hope you can see on these. I wish I had a bigger screen.
We can see, we can see.
Can you see, darling, the difference?
Yes.
There and I don't have it there. Can you see?
Yes.
Not, yes, before and after.
This is a bit like drinking your coffee in the morning, this product.
Yes, this is literally like, and you just, and every kind of like Magic Vanish, it kind of is amazing. It really, do you want to show Kelechi on half your eye and Sophia Tilbury, do you have your Magic Vanish? Yeah.
So I use the shade 3.
So then, okay, so I'm going to show you now, Magic Away. Lots of people call this, I mean, literally control underwear for the face, right? So literally kind of, you know, just, this is amazing. And so this is called Magic Away Concealer. Magic Away for the perfect skin day every day. Loads of people will just pop Wonder Glow on or Hollywood Flawless Filter and a little bit of Magic Away. I mean, I'd say every celebrity's favorite. I mean, Kate Moss can't live without it. People can't live without it. I mean, they're literally like, I get kind of like, hysterical. I need my Magic Away. So Magic Away, this is it. Okay, around
Charlotte, do you use the same shade concealer to foundation or do you go a bit lighter?
No, thank you. I go lighter. Always go lighter. Thank you, remembering to tell that. Okay, so this is a 5. This is a 3, right? And so, and sometimes we use 2 different colors. So for instance, Kelechi, you might be using, because I will use it, now darlings, like this. You could put one under there and under there like that, and around the nose, anywhere where I have any shadows, down the sides here, and around underneath the mouth where I want to kind of lift the light, okay? Now with that, I will be just, where's that? Okay, my Hollywood brush. And then I take the other side of the Hollywood brush because you've got this end and this end. This end is lovely flat side. Just take that and then just push that in. Again, don't just push it in, push tap, 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 all around there. Gets the blood flow glowing, moves glowing, flowing around the eyes. Okay, nice and easy. There we go. Voila, 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 voila. Now I'm talking, so you can do this super fast. I mean, you can do your skin in sort of literally 5 minutes. I'm talking too much. Right, okay, darlings. Now let's go to my, oh, actually, do you have my bronzer, the kind of my, not my contour wand. I know that, do you have any contour wand? Grab that. Do you have a contour wand there, darling?
I think Sophia contours, but actually, Charlotte, what I love to do is I also contour, and this is a lovely tip and trick. I also contour with my Magic Away because, like Charlotte said, it's control underwear for your face. So for any girls, for anyone out there who's got a bit of deeper skin tone, this is amazing to contour with. And like if you've got acne skin and you don't want your foundation shifting or budging, because this is a concealer, it's literally going to keep your foundation on. It's not going to move it out of place. And I literally just put this underneath my cheekbones, and I'm using the 15.5. And honestly, it's the perfect contour shade for me. And I know, Sophia, you love the medium dark contour one to contour with.
I've got it right here. So I like to use this. It comes in a sponge like so. And I just use this underneath my cheekbones, on my forehead, and just underneath my jawline. And I use it with the Hollywood complexion brush, and I just stipple this into my skin. So instead of going backwards and forwards like this, and because that can move your foundation, I just stipple it in by tapping it in.
Exactly.
And that won't move your foundation, and that's a great tip when you're using a wet contour.
And now, darlings, also telling people, like, if you don't, maybe I'll just show people. So Sophia, you show them with, don't go too low, okay? So really important, I'm going to show you with this, okay? I'll show everyone the easy format, but if you use this, you can really get a fab. Don't go too low. You want to kind of keep the cheekbone quite high. Now, there we go. There we go.
This is for all face shapes.
This is for all face shapes, okay? Suck in the cheekbone and follow the hollow, but, okay, where the shadow is, but go quite high up and don't come down. The thing about contouring, don't come into this bit here, okay? You want to bring in, what you want to bring in is this, okay, there, but you don't want to come into here, else it's going to like make you sort of look, it's going to kind of drag down your face. So really what you want is to give that is your cheekbone, okay, to there, right? So I'm going to do that, and I'll quickly do the other side. Okay, what I love about this contour wand is the easiest thing in the world to give you a fabulous quick contour. Now,
when do we do setting powder and setting spray?
Oh, we are going to do that in just a minute. Right, now, I'm going to show you how with this, could go into the whole thing. I mean, what I love to do with this as well is go along my jawline like that and my chin and really blend that in, because that really identifies, gives you a much more defined. And then I love to do that on my nose, super important. Go down each side of the nose and underneath the nose, and then you can do that slight bit across the nose like there, and that will really, and just blend that in. Okay, blend that in, there we go. Just with your Hollywood contour brush, darlings, you need this brush. Super, super fabulous, super, super easy. And then you go down, and then you just literally do a U-turn, and then go across the nose like that. And that really, darling, Diane Lane taught me how to contour noses, actually. She's a Hollywood star. And I promise you, it makes all the difference in daylight. Every single day I contour my nose. Now, this fabulous brush here, this is my airbrush, okay? And this is my bronzing powder, airbrush, bronzing. This is an airbrush, this is fabulous. If you didn't want to do that and you're in a hurry, okay, quickly in the morning, pop that in there, okay, the airbrush, suck in your cheeks, and literally the airbrush, lovely big glow glide. This has got a lovely glide to it, darling. Do you not have the airbrush, darling?
No, but that's okay.
I'm so sorry about that. Who did not give you one? Darling, we are giving you one ASAP.
But my bronzer's looking great. All is good.
Fabulous, because you're fabulous. But we need to give you this because this is a game changer.
Okay, good to know.
It's this fluffiness, and you just those big strokes. And with this, what's so fabulous about this bronzer? It's got hyaluronic acid in it, and it's finely milled, and it's a matte, but it's got a glide and a glow to it, even though it's got no shimmer in it. But it scatters light, so you never look patchy, or you never look sort of too grey. It's a fabulous bronzer. And actually, Kelechi, you can talk about how so many of my kind of like my skins with sort of deeper skin tones, some of my friends with deeper skin tones, from Latinas to like really dark skin tones, have always said, I've never been able to find a bronzer because it makes their skin look red. And these bronzers come in 4 shades. And I'm wearing medium right now, but you can talk about how this is a game changer for bronzer. And it's also got hyaluronic acid. So you don't look dusty and old. You look sort of bronzy and fresh and like you just come back from a holiday.
Yeah. So my guys, you can see how much I love it. I go through these. Everyone in my family, super, super obsessed with it. I'm using the shade tan. And like Charlotte said, what I think we all love about this bronzer is with bronzer, you want to look like you've just been kissed by the sun. And a lot of the times, I think with being deeper skin, like I look red or I look too orangey or muddy. This does not give you any mud, like any, it doesn't make you look cakey. And you can reapply 1,000 times without kind of building up that film. And Sophia, you've got this amazing tip that we're all obsessed with.
Yes.
You kind of go on the brush to give you that super chiseled contour as well.
Sophia, talk about it, darling.
So I use the brush instead of using it like so, I use it halfway. And this is really great. It's really easy to contour. It's got more control. And you can literally just put this underneath your cheekbones and create a really easy contour. Yeah. And then you can just flush it out by bringing the brush completely back down and then flushing it out like so, which is great. And that's how I use it.
Exactly. Now, darlings, for those of you that don't know, look in the mirror, suck in your cheekbones and follow the hollow. But the hollow, don't go all the way down to here, okay? Stop around there. So you just want to blend it in, to go half onto the hollow. And then again, as Sophia was saying, just get that gorgeous, and then you can take it slightly across your nose, and you can do underneath your cheekbones and in a circle around your forehead, okay? So that will what you want to do is bring in the forehead. So circle around the forehead like that, okay? And then slightly across the nose, underneath the cheekbones, and underneath the jawline, a little bit on the chin, like that.
God, Sophia, you're using it on the body as well.
Naturally hit you.
I mean, I love to use it on my body because, first of all, you get such a generous amount in this package. Yes. You get so much, and you get this massive brush as well. And what I like to do is, because I like to look really bronzy on the face, I go for that kind of Jennifer Aniston vibe, that bronze goddess. And I like to put it on my face, and then I drag it onto my neck and then onto my décolletage, just to give myself that kind of bronzed effect that I really like.
Sophia, you look like you've just come back from holiday. You are golden.
Yes, golden goddess.
Is that bronzer, literally?
Right, everyone, I'm just giving you a heads up. I've got to move on.
Okay, now, darlings, for those of you that have chapped and sort of, miserable lips that the winter gives you, this, I'm addicted. And we launched it, and it's sold out, and it's my magic lip oil. And this literally has 40 ingredients in it. Resurrection leaf. I mean, darling, it's like it resurrects them from the dead when they're like literally so lined and so chapped. And then you put this on, and it's just like it's like resurrecting. It's like sort of giving the emergency kind of come to life to your kind of to your lips. And it not only has resurrection leaf, it has Swertian leaf, which is incredible. It has bionic peptide. It has the magic 8. I mean, it has camellia oil, rose oil. I mean, it has it's just 40 unbelievable ingredients in this. And it just plumps your lips. In fact, my son the other day I gave this to my son because it's got the most kind of gorgeous vanilla taste. It's really, really powerful, really potent, amazing ingredients. When they suck their top lip and they get all chapped there. And I literally have never been able to, when he does that, I'm like, oh my God, what do I use? I've tried everything. And I said, darling, mommy made this especially for you. Popped it on because it's like delicious taste. And in 8 hours the next day, he woke up and all of that had just completely disappeared. And I have to say, it's really is a miracle game changer for the lips. Anyway, this is amazing. This is like the serum, and it's a lip mask as well. So this is like, you know, a serum for the face, a serum for the lips.
Charlotte, we have
Tilbury.
powder next.
I know, back on track. Sorry, I'm not listening. Okay, right, darlings. Okay, back to, this is my airbrush flawless powder. If you don't have it, you need it. This is the thing that literally, I remember being at the Met Ball and someone saying to me, oh my God, because I have my airbrush foundation with my airbrush powder. It's the #1 powder in the luxury powder in the UK, and #1 powder in North America. And
Charlotte, just very quickly, to people who don't use a setting powder, why are you using it? How do you use it?
Thank you. Okay, a setting powder. This is finely milled. It's got emollients in it. So this powder, you know how powders normally, you put a powder on, it makes you look dusty and older. Not this one. This one actually makes you look younger. And I forget doing J-Lo's makeup, and she was like, how the hell have you put a powder on that actually makes me look smoother around my eyes? This powder, you can literally use and use and use it. It never cakes, which is amazing. It is the most finely, soft as silk, kind of finely milled, and it has emollients in it. So it has rose wax and almond oil. And what that does is it means it can literally, a finishing powder, which this gives you a flawless finish. And a flawless finish is it's controlled, and you can use it literally on all these parts of the face. Now, we do not want to shine here, this bit here, and we don't want to shine really particularly, and if any of you have any bags or anything underneath the eyes, there, and sometimes just in between our forehead, just there. Now, we like to shine on this part of the face. So again, we put our Hollywood Flawless filter on. We can pop a little bit more on if we want on top of there. I'm also going to show you a gorgeous Hollywood glide that we have. Pop a little bit more of that on because it always have a little more shine. Now, so really great. And what this does is it just makes you look, your finish, it gives you that flawless effect. It's just the most, I know you're obsessed with it. Colette, do you want to talk about it? We can talk about it, sweetie.
Yeah, super obsessed. If you can see, this is me really airbrushed on this side, and I haven't yet applied it on that side. And as you see, it just really takes away, like you can see as I move along, this is really nice and airbrush contourless, and you can see it. And I could apply.
Show me airbrush one more time, sweetie, just in case you guys don't see it. It does it on me as well. It makes me look smoother and younger and more airbrushed, and you keep the shine to here.
Yeah.
Airbrushes. See there, and then the airbrushing.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And it is that literally it has got an airbrush technology that goes through the powder, okay, that has this pore gliding and smoothing, so that's why it gives you this airbrush effect. And it doesn't ever, which is amazing with powder, I swear to you, this is one, probably millions and millions of awards globally. And because there is nothing quite like this powder, and people have dedicated massive articles in magazines to it. You know, it's that, I think in one of your articles, actually, your magazine, you know, it was amazing how the kind of, you know, anyway.
Well, I always think when it comes to a setting powder, for a real woman, you don't want it to look cakey. You don't want it to look powdery. So I wear it to work every day, and your makeup just doesn't move. You don't look oily. You don't look in the mirror at lunchtime and think, where's all my makeup gone?
Backstage, I swear to you, no joke, backstage, I'll never forget this, at the Met Ball. And I was there surrounded by supermodels and celebrities, and they were like, Charlotte, what have you done to your skin? Where have your pores gone? Where have your pores gone? And that is literally the airbrush effect. And that is airbrush foundation and airbrush powder together makes you look like you just saw on Collection. It just gives you that smooth airbrush look. So, but there's also a lot of skincare in both of those products. So it's the skincare technology with the kind of makeup. Now, darlings, quickly, this is my amazing. So if you want to basically look like a Hollywood superstar glow highlighter, look at this gorgeous palette.
I saw this for the first time yesterday. I couldn't believe how exciting this is.
I hope that you only saw it for the first time yesterday. Now, darlings, this, we're just going to put, Collection, do you want to put that on Sophia Tilbury? Really gorgeous on top of there, on top of the cheekbones. Now, darlings, how to use a highlighter, for those of you that don't know. See the C, I was to say C for Charlotte. See that C shape there? Gorgeous C, see that, darling? Look at that. Oh, that makes you, lifts your cheekbone and gives you that film star killer cheekbone. That's a film star killer cheekbone right there, darling. And that, see the difference? That's with it. And then now we're going to pop, and that will give me a film star killer cheekbone. And that's like a little lift.
Charlotte, I remember you saying that we should never put highlighter too close to the nose. Make sure it never goes too close.
Exactly right. But I don't mind a bit of it if you want to go
down the middle,
down the center of the nose. Now this is like a really kind of simple, easy trick where you just go down, maybe not the tip. I don't like the tip because we don't want to make the tip shine. That elongates our nose, but just there, and a bit on the bow. You could just take it down. That's a really simple trick. Just down the bow of the mouth. There. Because that's great. Love that. Not too close to the nose. Now, you want to stop highlighter is just in that C-section there. You don't want to go too in here, and you want to avoid the bronzer coming into here. So that's there, the bronzer, okay? Contour. Now, my darlings, let's get on to our...
Let's do it. This is the main event. This is the John Lewis exclusive. So take it away, Charlotte, because this is a gorgeous eyeshadow palette.
Well, darling, I already have... Okay, so the reason that this eyeshadow is... Okay, it's called Super Nudes because it was literally my backstage palette for ever and a day. And again, working with my labs. And then we kind of updated the formulas, which is so amazing. So it's amazing. It's called, it's an amazing formula. It glides over the eyes. And actually, if you have, it has smoothing polymers inside it. So this is a revolutionary innovation. It's a major innovation in matte technology of eyeshadows. So Sarah Jossel, Kelechi, Sophia Tilbury, all of you, any of you that experience this Super Nudes palette is amazing. And the reason it's amazing is because it has this new technology, which it literally is smoothing polymers. And these smoothing polymers make it glide. So most matte eyeshadows can be quite unforgiving. We love a matte eyeshadow because it's cool, but the fact is that a lot of them go a bit patchy, they drop, they break, they don't give you this smoothing. This has a smoothing polymer. So if you've got lines, if you've got kind of slightly heavier eyelid, if you just want to look, they just glide and they smooth everything out. Okay, so these colors here, okay, we've got 3 kind of gorgeous colors. Now, these are supermodel colors. I literally have used these on everyone, whether it's kind of, everyone from back in the supermodel day to Cindy Crawford to Kate Moss to kind of, Chrissy Turlington to you name it. Last week we did it for Vogue with Kate Moss. Actually, we ended up using some of those colors, literally doing a video for her last week for Vogue. So, and we use these actually right here, these 3 colors. And then I did a liner with this black liner, and I dipped it, okay, in a wet brush, and I dipped it with, where's my gorgeous spray? Have you got another one of those, darling? I dipped it, I took a little bit of my, darling, airbrush setting spray. This is what you need. Now, this will probably end our makeup with, but I might put a little bit on now. This is amazing. This, you can party all night and literally work all day, party all night, and your makeup will stay, okay? And this is my Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. So it's part of that whole family. Once you've got that flawless look on, it'll cross your eyes and it will just seriously make a difference. Now, it's got Japanese green tea extract in it. It's got aloe vera. So it's really beautifying. Really beautifying. It doesn't feel like one of those setting sprays that kind of makes your makeup feel tight and cake. It just keeps it in place, flawless and poreless, but hydrated, which is really amazing. So it's really game-changing, this. And the other thing is if I show you how to use this. So, darling, Kelechi, do you want to just show everyone what you're doing quickly on your face? And then Sophia Tilbury, quick Kelechi, quick
So
Sophia.
guys, just to show you, I'm actually going to show you my swatches. I did my swatches earlier with my setting spray. Look how that does not move. I can rub and rub and rub. My shadow, that's with the setting spray on. That is not going nowhere. The setting spray is absolutely
look at this, darling. I'll draw incredible. Exactly. I'll draw
incredible. Once it's set, it's not going nowhere. But I'm going in with the 3 colors, and I'm doing kind of that Naomi Campbell inspired 90s supermodel look. So I'm just going in with my enhanced shade and back and forth with my blender. So really simple. You only need 2 brushes to do your eyeshadow. You only need your blender and your smudger. your blender is going to go into your socket and you're just going to go.
So those are my, I put 4 colours on. I mean, you could put more on, but anyway, I'll put that across there. And then I'm just going to show you, my darlings, how amazing this is. Okay, so that's that. Now, setting spray. Let that settle. And then I'm going to show you how those just do not move. But it feels so, don't you love the smell of this? And it's just so hydrating, just to spray. It's gorgeous. Yeah. Okay.
It's like a spa, like
so
a barley.
Parting, and for now, just to keep it, if you're at work all day and you just want to look sort of flawless and poreless and keep your makeup intact, it makes your makeup last, but literally it's sort of 16 hours of just perfection. Now,
Charlotte, with this eyeshadow palette, would you say it's something that we can use in the daytime and then sort of like doll it up for the evening? Because I look at it and I think there's so many combinations here.
Well, okay, so so when we talk about super nudes, this is amazing. The reason it's amazing is because this is something that I would use. You could go to the gym in, you could literally you could wear on the red carpet. That's when I say I've literally used it, from the Oscars to the cover of Vogue, to the cover of whatever, I mean, literally I've probably used it on everyone, everywhere. And it's just been a classic go-to. And I've had these colors in other palettes, sort of like, backstage in different Charlotte Tilbury ones. And we've sort of worked on them with the labs. And they're just really kind of foolproof go-to palettes. So this...
I want to take a moment to tell you that I love you, that the first place you told me to wear this is the gym. Just think that's why we love you.
So this one, so Sophia Tilbury, do you want to go? Have you gone with your colors yet of where you're using what?
Okay, so I've used the first 2 shades here to kind of create a really bronzy, glowy eye look. I've used the more warm shades and I've swatched them here as well. These kind of like peachy, terracotta, brown shades. These are the shades that I love to use every single day just because they're really natural, flattering tones. And I've just done the 2 shades, but I can dial it up for you as well if you'd like. But I'm doing more.
Why don't you do the kind of, have you got Jennifer Aniston's lipstick color there?
I've got it here, my favorite shade ever, Glowing Jen. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, she's Jennifer Aniston, dear friend of mine, and this is Sophia's got the lipstick, and I was like, Sophia, why don't you we're always inspired by Jennifer and kind of Giselle and all those golden goddesses. Like Sophia's a bit of a golden goddess.
I just have to quickly give us we've got 15 minutes left.
Oh gosh, I can't cope.
We're on the 15-minute countdown.
So, right.
Everybody have a sip of champagne.
Are you popping on what lip liner, darling?
I'm putting on Hot Gossip. By the way, Pillow Talk Medium 2 is my everyday liner. I'm obsessed with that liner. I can't live without that liner. The lip liner in Pillow Talk 2 and the powder are my go-tos. But I'm using Hot Gossip, which I love as well. And that's great for like a bronzy look.
And then you're going to finish off with Glowing Jen. So you're going to do a gorgeous kind of Jennifer Aniston inspired, kind of Giselle inspired, that kind of glowing makeup. So that's why Super Nudes palette, by the way, it's like, you will kill it at work, you will kill it on a first date, it is just, everyone needs Super Nudes, like everyone. And anyway, so here we go, darling. I don't know if you can see on me, darlings, I've literally just used, I use that as a bit of a base, and I always use it with this, which is my blender brush, and you pop that on. I like to show everyone how easy it is. So I pop that on, first shade, that shade, darlings, that shade all over, backwards and forwards like a windscreen wiper. Then popping on the second shade, this is a slightly more tawny taupe, right? It's that one there, yeah. And then I literally go all over the lid like that, up into the socket, backwards and forwards, sweeping out, and then repeat on the other eye, the same thing. And what you do with your blush is you nestle it into your socket and then go backwards and forwards, and it just like a windscreen wiper. And it's so easy, darling. And it will just nestle it into your socket and then just backwards and forwards like a windscreen wiper, and it does all the work for you. I'm so into a matte right now. And by the way, I mean, I've literally probably used this palette, I'm not joking, on everyone I know. Even Kim Kardashian. I mean, like literally, I'm trying to think of like a celebrity I haven't used it on. Probably everyone. And also, what's so fabulous is you can get your kind of a micro fine brush, dip it in the black, and it gives you the most unbelievably matte black eyeliner or a chocolate eyeliner. It's just, you could do so many things with this palette. Pop a little bit on. I'm just going to pop a little bit on there, darling. That's my beauty spot. Gorgeous. And you can use it wet or dry, so you can make it really intense. So we've all done our eyes. Okay, now, also what I always like to do is popping it again into this taupey shade, going underneath the eyes and just taking a smudger brush. My brushes are like my hands, so it's really important to have the right brushes with the right formula, because if you didn't have these amazing new technology polymers within these kind of mattes can be quite unflattering sometimes because they go a bit patchy if you don't know how to use them. These have got these smoothing polymers, and what they do for someone like me who's got a bit of a kind of crepier heavy eyelid, they actually smooth me out and they don't go patchy, which is really, and they don't drop. Okay, so this is why it is so foolproof, this palette. And then, but mattes are super cool, very on trend right now, very on trend. Okay, so, and they're just kind of cool looking. You don't look too made up. You just want to do a bit of a smoky eye. You want to do a natural kind of glowing eye like Sophia. Just great. They're kind of less makeup-y, kind of just a bit cooler, right? So, and they suit all of us. So you go underneath the eye with the smudger brush. I'm doing that all the way along, and voila, there we are. I've got a little bit more smoky look. Now,
are you doing mascara?
Yes. Yeah. I've got Pillow Talk eyeliner, which I'm obsessed by. Everyone knows. This is kind of, we talked about this earlier, being this gorgeous kind of reddy brown, whisking it along the lash line. I always like to go up and out. Now, looking in the mirror, if you've got kind of, I've got kind of a heavier eye that kind of droops down, I like to cheat it. So I get to the kind of look in the mirror, always look straight in the mirror, and then kind of do a bit of a dot and then join the two up to give it that flick, to lift and give that flick. Really, really important.
You could say that with this color, it's slightly more wearable than doing a heavy black for every day as well.
Exactly.
That's what I would say.
Much more wearable. Thank you, Sarah Jussel. Much better and also much more flattering. I mean, Sarah, how much more is, I mean, Pillow Talk eyeliner, the world is obsessed with it.
Well, let's just stop and say Pillow Talk in general has just changed the makeup landscape forever.
But I mean, for your blue eyes, or bluey green, aren't they bluey green?
Yes, blue.
Exactly. They're sort of blue. It makes them pop, so it's much more flattering than a black or even a chocolate, because it's got a reddy undertone through it. So it just puts a twinkle in everyone's eyes, and yet you get that depth. So I'm obsessed. You will be obsessed, darling. You all need, and then you need Pillow Talk mascara. These two gorgeous.
Let's do this. Let's do the mascara stage.
Okay, so Pillow Talk mascara does literally everything for you. I also like to use my eyelash curlers. Okay, so very important to use eyelash curlers. But if you can't use any eyelash curlers and say you don't have any, you can just go with Pillow Talk mascara. And Pillow Talk mascara is fantastic. So what I love about this mascara is it's got this kind of amazing kind of, you know, it's got this incredible kind of instant sort of stretch and flex. It's a good, this amazing vertical.
Kelechi's done one eye. Look at that one eye.
Yeah, it's keratin infused, and it's sort of, it's intense black, and it's smudge proof. And, you know, one sold every minute around the world, and it's award winning. And I mean, it's amazing. There's like, you know, thousands of people on the waiting list. Look at this, darling. Kelechi, do you want to show us one eye done? And Sophia, do you want to show us one eye done?
So you can see, I love this mascara because, guys, tight lining is so important to any eye. And you can see how intense this, and what's so amazing about this brush, this precision paddle brush, is you've got this reservoir which kind of deposits product. And what you can do with this brush is you can go with that flat side of your brush and just deposit underneath. So you want to press all along the lash line, and instantly you've got super intensity. Can you see that along your lash line? So you've got that really beautiful instant tight line. And then you can go with your Pro Precision tip and then just start to comb up. And literally this gives you a 24-hour vertical lift.
I mean, it really does. When I say you don't, like, I'm not using eyelash colors right now. And, you know, I did put some on earlier, but like that lift that it gives you is amazing. It's a vertical stretch, and it's nothing quite like it. And the intensity of the black, because sometimes black mascaras they dry and they look a bit gray. And this has got real intensity. And it's got keratin. Keratin is amazing because it's really, it's like an amazing mask for the lashes. So it's really moisturizing the lashes and giving you that amazing stretch. And so,
do you know what else, Charlotte, is? I always say I've got quite knotty lashes in the sense that they always look tangled, and I just call this a bit like, it's my comb. It really just untangles and separates.
Yeah, it does. And then also the Pro Precision brush, because let's talk about this, because we spent a lot of time getting this, you know, using laser cut this brush. And then you'd use this pro tip, okay, the top bit, and you could just, what's so amazing about this is that I wanted to make it, because there's finely little kind of bristles at the end here. And that pro paddle, the reason you get this amazing vertical lift is that this sits flat at the base, gives you that tight line, so you nestle it, and you get that deposits a certain amount of black at the base, right, which gives you that intensity, almost thick lashes. And then, because we really studied how do you get thick lashes, and then you use it vertically, and you paint on each individual lash at the bottom, and you can really, because I've got very fine lashes at the bottom, and that really gives you the most incredible.
I think people really struggle with bottom lashes, and that's the other thing. Not too much product goes on the bottom lashes when you use it, which makes it far easier.
Yeah, because of the way that we designed, laser cut the brush, you can paint each lash vertically and they don't get clumpy. Do you know what I mean? And so you can, and also if you're like mine, where you've got really short lashes, and if you've got long lashes, gorgeous, because you get them even. But with mine, it's like it turns a tiny little lash into a long lash, and you can do, and they don't get, to your point, knotted. You get this lovely individual kind of detangling, smoothing. It's just amazingness. I'm obsessed.
Charlotte Tilbury, we have got to move on to your lips, because I want to make sure you are finished by the end of this.
OMG. Right, okay, darling. Now I'm just thinking, have we got enough glow on? My darling?
Do you want to add a bit more glow?
Need to glow. Darlings, can we add a little bit more glow? I'm just thinking, do we glow enough? Can you see I'm glowing?
I think Kelechi's glowing enough over there.
I'm so obsessed with these super nudes. I just, they're so my go-to if I'm doing a celeb. It's like, I just know, put a super nude on and everyone looks great, because it's sort of like, basically they play with shadow and light, this super nude palette. So super nudes, these are super nudes for everyone. Now, okay, right, they're playing with shadow and light. Now this is the lip liner. Now darlings, lip transformation, pillow talk. Again, I think one sold every second at this point around the world. This literally, I studied the color of lips, and this is the color of lips. This is the color of lip pigment. The reason we've got it in 3 colors, it's almost like foundation for lips. This comes in a Pillow Talk Original, Pillow Talk Medium, and Pillow Talk Deep. And now I'm using Pillow Talk because it is the #1 lip liner in North America, the #1 lip liner pretty much in Europe, the #1 lip liner in England, and the #1 lipstick. So why is because it's literally the color of lips. So look at this, my darlings. I'm going to show you actually half of my lips done. So here we go. Look, I'm going to paint in. Have you got Pillow Talk on too, Sarah Jossel?
Yes, I've got Pillow Talk on, and I'm literally watching you, because lip liner is one of those
now,
things.
The other thing about lip liner, very important for you guys to understand, okay, is when you smile, stretch your lips and start on the outer corner down, and don't go. I notice sometimes people don't fully paint in their lips. They leave a kind of a bit of sort of, they kind of make the lips look smaller. So stretch your lips, smile, and really along the outer line of your lip, really to the full, fill it in. And that's half a lip done. Now, I'm going to fill it in with Pillow Talk lipstick. See the difference here.
And Pillow Talk is pretty much every celebrity's favorite lipstick.
Can you see the difference? Look.
Wow.
It looks incredible.
Quite different, that. No lip.
Just a bit.
Okay. Now, let's fill that in. Smile, starting outer edge. Really important. Pillow Talk is the easiest way, and it doesn't feather. Pillow Talk, so really for anyone with fine lines around their lips, it doesn't feather. It's the most flattering color. It suits everyone, which is why I think it's the most successful lip liner and lipstick in the world. Now, oh God, I'm obsessed with those super nudes. God, I'm so excited. Now we're going to use some blusher. Now this is Ecstasy Blush. Sophia Tilbury, you look gorgeous. So Kelechi, oh my God, Sarah Jossel, you are divine. Okay, now, darlings, this is Ecstasy blusher, which is gorgeous for a little bit of love rush. Now just gotta, we put that light on, my darling. So I'm going to show you, so lighting's a bit funny here.
Ooh, what's that?
Now, that is my Ecstasy blusher, which is gorgeous. And this has got, again, Light Flex technology, really, really beautiful. You swish and you pop. So there's an epicenter. When you blush, we always blush from the epicenter. And so apples of the cheeks. This is where you need to blush. I've sometimes seen people putting blush on down there. I'm like, what are you doing? Because you literally, your face will drop. So this, when you smile, that's an apple. And you've got to do it at the top, like the top of your apples. That will make you look more youth boosted and fresh. So let's just see, smile. And so I'm putting the epicenter, there we go. So pop and swish. So pop and then swish. Darlings, do you want to show everyone, Kelechi, do you want to show them everyone your blush? Which one are you using, Kelechi, darling?
Oh, I'm actually wearing Pillow Talk Intense, which is part of the Pillow Talk world. Absolutely love this color. And again, you've got, with the Pillow Talk Intense and the Pillow Talk, what I really love about this, you've got extra glow in the middle. So you've got that gorgeous highlighter. So you want to swish and pop, you can go all together. But what I like to do is go on the outer first of all, go on my cheeks, and then just take a bit of that center and place it there for that extra. Can you see, you just get that really gorgeous, intense glow.
But actually, that looks incredible.
Incredible.
Guys, we are pretty much, we've got 2 more minutes, so we've got one more tip from
Kelechi,
you.
do you want to tell them about the airbrush, that you use a different airbrush underneath your eyes?
Yes. So I use
2 powders to get that brightening effect.
Powders, exactly, to get that like super brightening. So I use my shade 2 and my shade 3. So I go with a bit of the shade 2 right underneath my eyes, just to really brighten.
And what you can do with blusher sometimes is you just pop it there and pop and swish and pop and swish and pop and swish. And you can take a tiny bit along there just to make it look sort of like you've been running in a field and sort of youth boosted. Now,
Charlotte, I'm going to go to bed tonight going and pop and swish. And pop and swish.
And airbrush and flawless and flawless and airbrush.
And flawless. We have got to announce our winners because few people in this chat have won a one-to-one masterclass with you.
I'm so excited. Airbrush, flawless, flawless.
Airbrush, flawless. So I'm going to just announce the winners because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity before we go. So the winners are, drum roll.
Da, da, da.
That was a rubbish drum roll from me, I'm sorry. Liz T, Denise M, and Roz B. Woo! That deserves a sip of champagne.
Another excuse to sip some more bubbles.
Thank you all so much, Charlotte. That was incredible. I feel like I want to just keep doing it. I want to do it again and again.
The airbrush, look at that. That went viral on TikTok because look at that, just doesn't budge.
It just doesn't move.
I'm telling you. But it's hydrated, that sort of Japanese green tea. Guys, I hope you can see. The light's a bit funny where I am. I'm sorry.
No, you look incredible, Charlotte.
I am obsessed. And Kelechi, look at you. Sarah, look at you. Sophia, look at you. Have you got Super Cindy on, Kelechi?
Yeah,
Cindy Crawford's colour.
I do.
You got Cindy Crawford's colour on, which is I did. And by the way, everyone, we gave money to, we gave £1 million to Women for Women, a charity, which is such an amazing charity, helping all women in war-torn zones rebuild their lives. And Cindy Crawford, you know, we did this lipstick in homage to her. She's a gorgeous guide, glowing Jen, amazing Amal for Amal Clooney, all these inspirational women that I get to work with and have the privilege of doing their makeup and mixing lipstick colors for them. So you can get part of their DNA. And people like Nicole Kidman, Kidman's Kiss, she wears it at the Oscars and different red carpets. And we give money to this charity and it's really amazing. And, you know, that's why
Charlotte, you are amazing. You are the queen of glow. You are a living icon, makeup extraordinaire. Thank you so much. We're going to pass it back to Laurie at John Lewis, Kelechi, Sophia, Charlotte, dream team, absolute dream
Darlings,
team.
happy Christmas. And thank you so much for joining us. And spread the Tilbury magic. I want you to kind of makeup magic and sort of skincare science.
Yes.
Skincare and self-care, my darlings. Enjoy and lots of love. And thank you so much for tuning in. And thank you for helping us blow a record.
Yes, world record, everybody. Congratulations. Laurie, over to you.
Wow, I don't know how to follow that, guys. So thank you so much to Charlotte, Sarah, Sophia, Kelechi for that incredible masterclass. And thank you all to the audience for joining us tonight and breaking a world record with us. I mean, what fantastic news. You will shortly receive an email in your inbox with Charlotte's top 10 products from the class. And as an extra special treat, you can also receive a free full-size Charlotte Tilbury collagen lip bath in shade Pillow Talk when you spend £85 on Charlotte Tilbury products at John Lewis. Please do check your email for all of the T's and C's. We would love to hear what you thought of our record-breaking masterclass, and you'll find a link to a feedback survey in your email. Finally, don't forget that we'd love to see your posts on Instagram and Twitter using hashtag JLBeauty and tagging at John Lewis and Partners and at C Tilbury Makeup. We want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. We hope you enjoyed it, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you so much. Mwah, adore you all. Much love. Light up the world and have fun this Christmas.